Jahannam is gonna be black. It's gonna be black. So whenever we read these du'as, they protect us from what? From Jahannam. That's why it's important to know these du'as. And actually, if you know these du'as, and if you don't use them, if you learn these du'as, but if you don't use them, what happens is these du'as are gonna go against you. So whenever, guys, listen.
He punched me and
Don't punch me. So whenever you guys learn these du'as and you guys use them, then these du'as, they bring good into your life. They bring, yes, barakah. And barakah is cow. So these, and what else? These du'as are gonna protect you from Jahannam, and they're gonna, inshallah, take you to Jannah. Who knows Jannah?
Heaven.
What's Jannah?
Heaven.
Did you guys know? Let me tell you something. Did you guys know that in Jannah, you know how in this world when you eat something, it tastes so good. You eat for the first
Tastes
time.
100 times better.
Exactly. It tastes one.
Next time is not
Exactly. You see, she knows. So the first time, it's so good. You taste it. Mashallah, you know, you want to have it again. But then the next day, you eat the same food. And it's okay. You know, it doesn't taste as good. And the day after that, it starts tasting okay. Then it starts tasting worse and worse and worse. Because it gets old. It gets boring. Right? But in Jannah, if you go to Jannah, inshallah, you never get bored of the food. You understand? You never get bored of the food. So, if you take a bite of the food, and you know it's gonna taste so good, and then you go for another bite. By the time you take the second bite, the taste of the fruit is gonna be so much better. And by the third bite, it's gonna be even better. And better and better and better and better. And in Jannah, that food is never gonna get boring. You know that? That food is never gonna get boring.
So it's just Nuryan's reaction.
Exactly. If you guys like to eat food, it's a perfect place for you. You know? Okay. Anyways, right? In Jannah, you know how sometimes we're hungry, right? We come home, we're tired, we're hungry. You come from school, and you open the fridge. You look in the fridge. There's nothing there. You know, it's just there's nothing there. And then you have to, you know, probably you guys are young, but when you guys get older, you know, you guys have to cook your own food. You guys have to go get groceries, buy the groceries, get the money for the groceries, and then bring it, and then wash them, and then cook them, and then put them on the plate, and then you wash the plate, and this, and this, and this. But in Jannah, you know how simple it is to eat food?
You could just say, can I have this? And
No. You don't even have to ask. You just think of it.
Think, Nuryan reaction.
Exactly. You just think of it, and the food comes to you.
McDonald's, cheeseburgers, KFC.
Everything. You can have everything.
KFC.
I have a question.
Halal.
So, here's the thing, right? So everything's allowed. Serious. Is it?
I mean, it's Jannah. You can, you know.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, so Jannah, right? You wanna go to Jannah? Who wants to go to Jannah?
I don't know.
Okay, so
You always
if you wanna,
I want
Jannah is paradise. You get everything for free.
You go to Jannah? You go to Jannah? Oh, good. You also? Good.
How about Mario?
I'm
Guys,
Mario.
this is probably surprise.
Good.
I want to go to Jannah.
Good.
So if you guys want to go to Jannah, then what do you guys have to do? You guys have to say these du'as. If you learn these du'as, you have to say these du'as. When you go home in 10 minutes, say these du'as.
You also go to Jannah?
Do Hajj.
Him.
Wait, how about Mario?
What's a dua?
It's
Dua is. So
I'm in
dua
America.
literally means supplication. It translates to supplication. Dua is when you call towards something. Like when you call
Anything
towards
but
God.
Mario.
Right? But when you make dua,
Anything who does
you're
Mario.
calling God. You're asking Allah. You know, I need this.
What,
I
Mario?
need that. You know, help me with this. Guide me with that. You know, I'm thankful for this.
Is dua the same
Need
thing like
everything.
washing your hands? Is that it?
No, that's wudu. Yes. And the best part is, you know, like for example, for praying salah or reading or even touching the Quran, right? Touching the Quran, you need to purify yourself,
Right.
right? You need to be in your best state, and then you get that ability to touch the Quran, you know, because it's so honored. So guys, listen, this is very important. So when you're making dua, right, you actually don't need to be in a state of purification. You understand? So let's say like you're not pure, okay, but you need something, or you need to call towards God, right? You need to call Allah. Then it's simple as just raising your hands. You know, you don't need to be in the masjid. You don't need to. There's not a specific time. Whenever, wherever, you just raise your hands and you make dua. Allahu Akbar, like this. Okay, Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak asmuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إبراهيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Okay, Allahu Akbar. You guys go like this. Okay. سبحان ربي العظيم سبحان ربي العظيم سبحان ربي العظيم سمع الله لمن حمده. Get up. ربنا ولك الحمد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. Okay guys, sit down, sit down, sit down.